have explained about accounting of proprietorship firm. The links are given in the description of this video. In this video, we explain about principles of preparation of final accounts of proprietorship firm. As explained, the accounting concepts and general accounting principles, conventions, etc. also apply to proprietorship firm for compilation of final accounts. The accounting principles followed for proprietorship firm are now explained. This video is part of Dividya Learn and Earn scheme. Students learn from free resources. They do project work from their home under guidance and assistance of Dividya and earn money while learning. For details, see the links in the description. Accounting principles of proprietorship entities. While preparing the final accounts, the accounting principles should be adhered to. The main principles normally applied in proprietorship firm are capital and revenue. Capital and revenue receipts and payments should be distinguished. Only revenue items are to be considered in trading or profit and loss account, while capital items are to be taken in balance sheet.
Capital receipts represent funds received from non-operational activities such as asset sales or borrowings for long-term investments. Revenue receipts arise from day-to-day business operations such as sales, services, rentals, or interest earned. Capital expenditure is the money spent for long terms to acquire assets or to expand existing business. Revenue expenditure is money spent to maintain everyday operations.
Periodicity. All income and expenses related to the relevant accounting period should be considered. Items related to another accounting period should be separated. The items of expenditure and income should be segregated into significant account heads. Though the accounts are to be maintained continuously as business is a growing concern, transactions of subsequent period should be cut off from previous period.
An accounting period is any time frame or date range used for financial reporting. Transactions related to the period form part of the statements or reports for that accounting period. An accounting period is commonly considered of 12 months but may differ as per requirement and purpose.
Segregation of business items. Items related to personal income or expenses should be separated from business income or expenses. Transactions solely related to business should only be considered while preparing the financial statements.
Business expenses are ordinary and necessary costs incurred to operate your business. Business income constitutes the earnings from an entity's operations. Personal income is attributed to an individual and is not part of business income or expenses.
Valuation. Assets should be valued at historical cost. They should be valued in the same method as done in previous year. Liabilities should be recorded at current value payable.
Business asset valuation is the process of determining the current value of a company's assets as per accepted accounting principles.
Provisions. All provisions for expenses, that is, expenses incurred but not paid for during the year, and income accrued but not received during the year should be made.
In accounting, provisions refers to funds set aside by a business to cover specific anticipated future expenses or other financial commitments.
Depreciation. Depreciation on all assets should be charged in the same method as previous year and debited to profit and loss account, and same amount should be credited to the respective asset account.
Provision for depreciation accounts for the gradual decline in the value of its fixed assets over time.
Prepaid expenses and advances. Any payment made during the accounting period related to next accounting period should be segregated. Prepaid expenses should be taken as asset in balance sheet. Similarly, any advance received in respect of any materials or services not delivered or earned should be segregated and taken as liability in balance sheet.
Prepaid expense is an expense that is paid for in advance. It is related to the next financial period and so treated as asset and not as expense. Similarly, advance received related to subsequent financial period when the goods or services would be delivered. So, it is considered as liability and not as earnings for the current period.
Outstanding expenses and accrued income. All expenses not paid for should be properly assessed and added to expenses for the period and also taken into balance sheet as liability. Similarly, income earned but not received should be added to income and also taken into balance sheet as asset.
Outstanding expense is an expense which is due but has not been paid. So, it is expense for the current period and is considered as liability. Accrued income is income earned but not received. So, it is income for the current period and considered as asset.
Materiality. Every information material for judging the performance or position of the business. For example, obsolete goods which cannot be sold even at cost, etc., should be separately valued at realizable value. Similarly, doubtful debts or estimated amount of it should be separately disclosed and accounted for.
All material items whose inclusion or exclusion results in significant changes in the decision making should be disclosed. DVidya is constellation of creators, teachers, and students for spreading education. Learn through practical work. Work from home jobs on training completion. Students study from free resources. Do practical assignments and get paid. Do practical projects working from home. Creators create study materials in text and digital form and earn money working from home. Teachers provide online and on-site support and coaching.